And we are back. Welcome back to Weber Online with Financial Literacy, Mr. Newbold. Today we're going to be talking about investments and taxes and retirement. And so some of the things that are going to be coming up in your life is investing for retirement. Now you, hopefully, and the government want to be able to make the whole country be a lot better if we could be self-sustaining, right? And not have to depend on the government for when we retire. Also, our kids will probably be happier if we can also provide for ourselves as parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, if we've provided for ourselves by saving for the future, right? Doesn't sound as fun as it could have just buying a laptop right away. However, when you're older, the stress is gone. You know you're doing okay. You can go and visit your grandkids, go on vacations all the time if you know you've saved and invested, right? You can do lots of things without even having to work. That would be great, right? One big vacation. In fact, my wife's parents, they saved really well and did a lot of good investments and planned and paid into their retirement. I think that her dad retired at 55, and so they've had the last 25 years of retirement, of just doing what they like and enjoying life without having to work. Wouldn't that be great? It would be great. And so, so over here in America, we've got our, because they're British, but over here we have 401ks and IRAs. You can put so much into your 401k to save for retirement and also into your IRA. Now, the big thing with that is that you get tax-deferred savings. So the best way to describe it, and we're going to look at a website about it, is tax-deferred savings means you don't have to pay any taxes. It goes right into a savings account. And the cool part about that is, can you imagine over 30 years of investing $1,000, let's say every month? So that's $12,000 a year. And then let's say it's just to make it easier in our minds for math. Let's say that it's $10,000 a year, and then we do it for 30 years. Cool, that's $30,000 that I've put into a savings account that's compounded interest, right? Well, if I had to pay my taxes first on that $30,000, then I would, maybe lose $5,000 or something crazy. But if I get to keep the whole $30,000, make all the interest the whole time, right? Then I can actually have 30,000 plus interest, maybe 34,000. And then I pay my taxes 5,000, and I end up with let's see, I end up with 29,000 instead of 25. So that's where it's really cool to have tax-deferred savings through the 401k. The downside is it's definitely not liquidable, and you get a big penalty if you pull it out of your 401k early. Okay, so for today's homework assignment 2.7, some of the things you're going to be doing is with investment and taxes using a calculator online, as well as looking at our national debt, because we have to pay the national debt. And it's tricky because, well, what's the government doing with my money, right? And, well, the roads and lots more than state tax. Well, lots of things that they're doing, providing protections. You can live in a peaceful land, things like that. And so let's go ahead and click on that calculator there. And you're going to see the advantages of being able to save with putting away with tax-deferred 401k. Okay. So if you go back here after we've clicked on that, let's go ahead and click on the U.S. debt clock as well. That's a cool thing to look at. So we've got those two tabs. Why don't you jump to your assignment already too then? So now you got the two tabs open. You've got your assignment open. You can kind of see what we're looking for to help you learn in this section. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to follow the directions for that assignment and see what we're going to be doing there. Okay, so let's see here. Tax deferred can have a dramatic effect on growth, like I just described. So the assignment is going to actually ask you to use this calculator and plug things in carefully. I'll try to help you out a little bit while not doing the assignment completely for you. Okay, so after 30 years, the difference between tax deferred and pre-taxed earnings is about $95,000, which saves you the most money. Tax deferred or pre-taxed? Okay, that's the question, right? Do you get taxed before, take out the tax, then it's your money? Or you have all the money and they get taxed at the end, right? It sounds kind of tricky, but we can find out that for you. That's the second question. The first one is tax-deferred savings grows untaxed until they're withdrawn. What event in a person's life would usually cause them to begin withdrawing their tax-deferred savings? What event have we talked about that we're looking forward to? And then we get 25 years, hopefully, of woohoo! Yeah, we don't have to work anymore. Okay, I won't give that one away, but I kind of did, didn't I? So then after 30 years, let's look at that one. Okay, so after 30 years, the difference between tax-deferred and pre-taxed. So go back here, 30 years. Oops, wrong one. That's the U.S. debt clock. Okay, so after 30 years, okay, so if we go to initial balance or deposit, okay, so then we have 95,000. The annual savings amount, that's the initial balance or deposit. We'll just leave that there for now. 0%, 30 years before tax on savings, marginal bracket, compound annually. Okay, we'll go ahead and submit that there. So you're going to make sure you do this in yours. Okay, and then it gives you a big thing here. So it appears that by saving in tax-deferred vehicle, you'd accumulate 955 versus 545 in a taxable savings account, right? So, woo. So you can see here, the dark gold is the tax-deferred, and then the taxable, you don't seem to be earning as much, do you? Okay, and so that's those. Talks about the rising national debt. I'm going to go ahead and let you make sure, if you already got these first ones, I'm going to give you those ones, so you can go ahead and work on those ones. Don't forget to carefully answer each one of these. Some of my students, I've noticed when I've graded, they kind of just went too fast and threw numbers down and got it wrong. So make sure that you carefully look at the national debt. There's the U.S. total debt. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, whoa, that's 7 million, 9 billion, whoa, 59 trillion. $59 trillion is a lot of debt, so wow. But take a look here. Let's see if you can find state, local. There you go. And just go ahead and look through each one of these. I'm already fascinated looking at all these numbers and what they mean. So you become fascinated as well, just for a short time. I know you can do it. And you have your state debt clocks there, so you can go ahead and click on Utah. If you need to come back to this one, go back to the world debt clocks or the national debt. Okay, let's see, Utah. Mine just is taking a while there to go ahead and load. But just for now, go ahead. Oh, there it is. And so you're going to go ahead and use these numbers here too. And just make sure you go ahead and answer carefully. Go ahead and add the submission and go ahead and put all those in there. And I will see you next time, 2.8, and we're almost done with this section, Chapter 2. So great working with you. Thanks for being enthusiastic. You hang in there, and I'll see you in a second for the next video. You take care. Bye-bye for now.